Building microgreens racks can be a little bit tricky, especially with only one person, but I've developed some unique techniques and tricks that you can use to set these up fast and easy right in your microgreens farm. For the best microgreens content, be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. That way you get notified when I come out with new microgreens videos on Tuesdays. I now have over 20 microgreens racks here in my farm, so I've built a ton of these things. And actually, come to think of it, I've moved my farm 2 or 3 times, so I've actually built and rebuilt well over 20 of these racks. Every time I would build one of these microgreens racks, I would try to improve my process. I've learned what works and what doesn't work, and at this point I've created a really dialed in system for building these racks really quickly, really easily, even with one person, and I'm super excited to share with you right here in this video my unique methods of doing so. First, you're gonna wanna open up your box and see what's inside. I actually don't have a fresh rack in a box, so you're not gonna see me do any unboxing. I'm actually gonna break one of my racks down and then build it back up so you can see. If you see any zip ties within the box, like holding things together, you can actually just give those a snip right now and get rid of those. I also throw away any paperwork that comes with the rack at this point, although you may prefer to hold on to them. I think one of those papers is like descriptive and then the other one is probably a warranty. I don't know, check those out. I'm here really just to show you how to build this rack. Because of the way that these shelves fasten to the poles of the rack, you're actually gonna have to build these things bottom up. The clamps that come with the rack snap into the tick marks on the poles, and then when you add the shelf on top, it secures it in place. Getting the rack started is typically the trickiest part, especially if you only have one person, but I figured out a really easy way to do this, and I'll share it with you right now in this video. Before I do so, just comment below and let me know if you're typically working in your farm alone or if you're working with a business partner or a friend or an employee. I'd love to know if you're typically building these racks alone or with somebody else. To start the rack, take out one of the shelves and place it upside down on something where the ends of the shelves are gonna hang over the edge. And the thing that you put this shelf on also needs to be tall enough where you can insert the bottom halves of these poles without them touching the ground. You will know that the shelf is upside down if the part of the shelf that has a taller ridge is on the top and the flatter part of the shelf is actually face down. Next, take out all 4 of the bottom poles along with the clamps that come with this rack system. You should know that the poles are the bottom poles because they typically have like a label, but if it didn't come with that for whatever reason or it got torn up in the mail, you'll know that they're the bottom poles because they'll either have the feet screwed in or they'll have holes in the bottom where those feet or the wheels would be screwed in. Take one of those bottom poles and hold it upside down, and then you're gonna take one of those clamps and you're gonna snap it onto the pole, also upside down, right? So then when you flip it over, it'll be right side up. And you wanna make sure that there's 4 tick marks between the bottom of that pole and the clamp. So there's gonna be 4 tick marks visible. Now this pole is ready to slide into the shelf that you've already set up upside down. This is also a good time to choose between using the feet or using the wheels. Once you have all 4 of these poles put into that first shelf, you're gonna wanna make sure that either your wheels or your feet are screwed in. These poles should slide in nicely and lock in place. Once they're in there and either your feet or wheels are in there, you're gonna take this shelf and the poles and flip it upside down so now it'll be right side up. The rest is super simple. You're just gonna add clamps and add shelves as you work your way up the rack, and you're gonna wanna make sure that there's 12 tick marks visible between each of the shelves. Now, after you add your 3rd shelf onto this rack, you're gonna take the top halves of the poles and simply screw them together right into the bottom half of the poles. So again, you're just gonna keep on working your way up to the top, and once you attach that top shelf, you're done. Your rack is fully built. At this point, you'll know if you did the correct spacing because that top shelf will be flush with the top of the poles. Now you know exactly how to build these racks fast and easy, but what if you have questions about other topics that I haven't covered in my YouTube videos? You're definitely gonna wanna go follow me on Instagram because I post different information on there, and you can also DM me right on Instagram with any questions you may have, and I always try to answer all my DMs. Watch the videos below if you want to learn how to set this rack up with everything you need to grow microgreens, or watch the other video if you want to learn 2 other ways you could use this rack in your microgreens farm. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with anybody or in any other microgreens groups you think that this video will help. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.